Hey, everybody! How we doing? John Anthony, ChairShot Sports. The three Musketeers are in here again. If you joined us last night for the Raw Rundown, myself, Vinny, and Mike. Vinny from Suds and Squared Circle, and obviously Mike from the Running Wrestling Podcast. Guys, how we doing tonight?
Doing good.
Great. Yeah.
Ready to get this Rumble started, man. I'm ready for Saturday. I'm pumped.
Oh, yeah.
This is probably the one time the week's going by so slow. I'm like, can it just be Saturday already, please? Awesome. So we talked about a little bit last night on Raw. Raw was a great go-home show into Rumble. Now, obviously, it was cool that they had another title match. So it's going to be a four-match banger. For the PLE, we got DIY taking on Motor City Machine Guns in a 2 out of 3 falls match. And then we have Cody and Kevin Owens going for the undisputed WWE Championship, and then the men's and women's Rumble. So, yeah, we'll just start. I would start a title match. Let's start out with the one they just threw out there. We got DIY and Motor City Machine Guns. 2 out of 3 falls. I think I'd love what Motor City Machine Guns have done since they've been here. I think they're awesome. It's great to finally see them like as this team in WWE. The match wasn't just, I don't think, thrown together. It made sense. Them going back and forth, DIY constantly on a weekly basis doing something to get into the craw of the Motor City Machine Guns. So, I mean, yeah, the way I think here what's going to happen is DIY retains. I think it's going to be it's going to go one pin, and something wild happening for a third pin. But I think DIY retains here because I think Motor City gets their shot, I think, at Mania and kind of gets that moment on the big stage to win the titles back. But yeah. But I got DIY winning it. What do you guys think? Vinny, we'll start with you.
I've got to agree with you with DIY. You know, Sinister in the third fall, whether it's, you know, feet on the ropes or illegal double teaming or something to that effect that will, you know, win the 2 out of 3 falls match. And then you're right, the Machine Guns or another team, if they do triple threat style at Mania, that's probably one that loses the title. But I got DIY as well.
Awesome. Mike?
So I'll go the opposite way. I'm going to say Motor City Machine Guns. And I think it kind of goes the way you're saying. It's 1 fall to 1 fall. And if you joined us last night for the Raw Rundown, I mentioned that Pretty Deadly needs this change of scenery. I think they need to move over to Raw. And I think this is going to be a good catalyst to do it. I think they will come in and try to interfere for the third one, you know, because them and DIY have kind of had a partnership kind of thing. But I think they're actually going to end up accidentally costing DIY to where they're going to start feuding a little bit there, kind of turn Pretty Deadly almost face, kind of one of those tweeners. But that's going to end up being how they get shipped off to Raw. DIY is going to try to push them out, and then they get shifted over to Raw so they can have a new run over there with some new tag teams.
That's an interesting point. I do like that. And I don't even think it's them getting pushed out. I think they're going to be so scared of DIY, especially of Ciampa. I think they're probably going to run because the transfer portal closes after this weekend. Once Monday Raw comes on Netflix, that's it. Rosters are locked until whenever they decide to do a draft or whatever they're going to do.
I thought somebody said it was up till WrestleMania. I don't know. Maybe I heard that wrong.
No, I think it was two days ago. I saw that the portal closes after this weekend. Which is wild because I feel like there's a reason why they're doing that. I'm telling you, some stuff's going to go down. People are going to jump 1 or 2 other ways. I think it's going to be good. That's going to be notable that it happens after the Rumble too. Who wins? Who doesn't want to go for what championship? But I think if that happens, they run away to Raw so they don't have to deal with DIY. But I like that. That's a really good idea. They try to like kind of make amends and like, oh, look what we did for you, and they cost them the gold. So. So with that being said, another heated rivalry that's going to come to a head, and I can't wait for this match. Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, ladder match for the undisputed WWE Championship. I can't see any other way. Maybe it's just I keep saying it week after week, month after month when he's in these matches for the title, and I'm just redundant. I guess I'm just on a Kevin Owens kick. But this is some of the best work I've seen Kevin Owens do since he was Kevin Steen in Ring of Honor. Just the mic work, the persona. This is Kevin Owens at his best, top tier, 100% every time. Like, this is just so good to watch. And him and Cody are so damn good at it. And like I said, we talked about a little last night. He's putting some cracks into the armor of Cody Rhodes. You can see him kind of just wearing him down and just being like, damn, what do I got to do? I'm tired of you. I want to be done with you. I think it's going to be a very unclean match. I think you're going to see a lot of run-ins. Who knows who might get involved? There's a lot. Randy Orton could get involved. There could be a lot of other people from the back. Someone from the bloodline might get involved. I think there's a lot of people that might get involved as far as it being a clean match. I talked about it last week. I think the stipulation of, again, WWE isn't doing anything that's not for a reason. The reason they had to put the rule, and we all know when you climb a ladder, you got to grab the belt. That's kind of how it works. There's no reason for me to have to tell you that. But to say competitor must grab both championships and both being in caps as part of the rules, and they showed it on SmackDown, I feel like, I don't know, it's something weird. Maybe Kevin goes to grabs one title, drops him or something. Cody grabs him or something weird. I don't know. I just feel like something's going to happen, but I think Kevin Owens wins here. I think all of this is not just to have him go on a great run and just keep putting Cody over. I think he wins here, and it makes sense. You can set Kevin up for a lot of people to get his hands on. Randy Orton probably being the first one. Cody is still good and still hot going into Mania. Has a lot of places he can go to, or he can enter the chamber and he can chase. Cody's a phenomenal chaser. I know a lot of people have had their issues with this run. It's been a 9-month run. Cody doesn't need to have a year and a half, 2-year run. We had that for 3 years. We're good with that. But I think Cody's had a good 9-month run. It's good. I don't think it's stale. But to give Kevin the rub here, give him these belts, and then Kevin gets to run around for 3 months. I'm the champion. I'm the guy. I think it's just such good TV to see that. But I'll stop rambling. I'll let you guys talk. But I got Kevin Owens winning the match. What do you think, Mike?
Man, I'm so torn on this. My heart, and if you watch our show, The Run-In, Kevin Owens is my favorite current wrestler right now. He's top 3 for me all time, up there with Kurt Angle and John Cena. That's kind of my top 3, my personal top 3. And I just don't see them letting Cody lose it before WrestleMania. As much as I want Kevin Owens to get the win, and look, there's a lot of the signs pointing to that. I know they said that Netflix wants Cody Rhodes on there just because of the draw, and you've already got a champion over there. I mean, there's a lot of reasons that say that maybe he may drop it to move over to Netflix. But I don't see that happening. I just don't see him losing before Mania. So unfortunately for me, as big of a Kevin Owens fan as I am, I think Cody Rhodes wins it.
All right.
I'm torn on this as well because, like both of you guys, Kevin Owens is one of my favorite wrestlers right now. I've enjoyed his work for a long time. And I have to disagree with you, John, because I think there's only going to be one run-in, and that's Sammy. Because Sammy's going to be the one to decide. Sammy's going to be the one to make it or break it for whoever wins. But I've got a little bit of a twist. Allow me a volley, sir. I have to feel like they're going to treat the Winged Eagle belt almost like the $1 million belt or the FTW belt. Personally speaking, I don't care who wins as long as they keep the Winged Eagle instead of the current belt, because that's the belt we grew up with. That's the nostalgia, belt, and it looks so much better. But regardless, I think, especially because they're saying you have to grab both titles, what's to say that they're both up on the ladder, they're grabbing the normal, they're each grabbing a title, and Sami Zayn's down there, torn as to who to help. They could each come down with a belt, and then we saw nothing. So, it could stretch to Mania and it could stretch to Mania in a cage match to finally crown an undisputed champion. Because for as long as Kevin Owens is running around with that title, Cody's not the undisputed champion because there's a dispute out there.
Yep.
So it could be stretched. In my heart, I want Owens to win because I like his character work, and I agree. Cody's great as a chaser, and that's how it has been for the past 20 years. The babyface was a chaser. The babyface was a better chaser, and the heel was the better champion. I got to go with Owens. I can't see either
coming to the dark side.
It's either going to be Owens or a split decision.
See, I feel like I don't want to say this is the blow-up, but I feel like if Cody wins again, Like it's just like what is all this for KO? I know Kevin is a soldier. He's gonna go out there and do whatever he's got to do. But like this man is doing work. There's got to be a payoff for this man. Like I just don't see how he's not.
I mean, you could always have Sammy turn on Cody and complete the heel turn and help Kevin win.
I don't want to see a heel Sammy though.
I don't like heel Sammy. At least not the way they did it with like he was doing like the stuff he did before. I wasn't a fan of that.
The conspiracy theory stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't with that.
Yeah.
But it was like I was thinking about it too after we talked last night. I got off there. Like maybe this stuff you're seeing is him be accidentally hitting guys, and then it's like, oh whoops, sorry. And then it's like him kind of going heel. I don't know.
Yeah, because he did that to both Seth and Cody.
Yeah. And I just think too, it's like maybe the fact that the portal's open. Maybe Kevin goes, screw this, jumps over to Raw, maybe, or I wasn't even thinking about the Netflix deal. I know that Netflix has talked about wanting Cody. Cody loses and pops up on Raw the next night. 2 nights after, I don't know. But if this does go one more and they do this whole belt thing where now Cody has this one, and it's got to be a Hell in a Cell. It's got to be Hell in a Cell. Everything left out there.
Not a Hell in a Cell, an actual cage match with the Big Blue.
Cages aren't really cages anymore in WWE. I feel like though people climb them, go to the ring. If you're having one last one-off where Cody's like, "This is it. I'm done with you. No matter who wins, I go my way. You go your way. This is it." I feel like that's where you bring out the big boys. But that's just me.
The only problem with that trying to do a Hell in a Cell is the only pay-per-view between Mania and Rumble is Elimination Chamber, and they'll already have the chamber in the air, so you can't have the cell and the chamber.
Oh no! Hell in a Cell at Mania.
Oh, you're talking about at Mania?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard too much other stuff that's going on for Cody at Mania.
Yeah,
there's so much going on.
I've heard Cody and Punk. I've heard Cody and Cena. I mean, there's been a lot of other rumors that
Cody Cena. The Cody Cena one's really picking up steam. A lot of.
I've heard, and this may play into what Vinny was saying, but I've also heard Sammy and Kevin doing a program at WrestleMania, having a rematch there. I'd love to see that match. So, I mean, maybe it's like Vinny says, maybe Sammy comes out, everybody thinks he's going to hit Cody because he's made the mistakes, and he hits Kevin Owens, and then they have a program leading up to WrestleMania where they're going after each other. And that way Kevin can still be heel and still do a lot of the heel work. And then Sammy can still be a face. And because again, I don't want to see a heel Sammy at all. I don't like heel Sammy.
I prefer face Sammy.
Yeah, but there's just so much going on that they're not going to put Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes at a WrestleMania, especially since we've already done it a few times. I just don't see that happening at Mania, and they can't do it at Elimination Chamber because they've already got the chamber in the air.
Yep, no, I agree. Yep, that's already in there, so that's locked in. All right, so we got that covered. All right, so let's start with the women. Start the Women's Rumble. So before we talk about winners, we talk about who we think is going to be the last one standing. Let's go around the room and throw out, 3, 4, 5 names, whatever you want to do. We can just throw it out there. We'll start talking about it. Who we think is going to be making either surprise returns or, surprise like appearances, surprise returns, people on the shelf. We're going to be coming back. Obviously, there's a lot of ones that are obviously obvious that we know of that have already been announced for vignettes, things like that. And there's also some ones that haven't been talked about that I think we have some good ideas of. So, Vinny, I'll start with you. Just got to go through some names. Winners will go around the room after that, but let's just talk about kind of what we think the match is going to look like, and how we get to the end.
Well, I'm definitely thinking that we're going to see Jordynne Grace back in the Rumble. She just signed a multi-year deal with WWE, so I have a feeling she'll be back. I think this is going to be part of the culmination of the Jade Cargill Bianca storyline. Jade will return as an entrant, or she'll come out to attack either Naomi or Bianca on their entrance, as if to get them back, considering they cost her the tag team belt by attacking her. So I feel like Jade will make an appearance, whether in the match or not, I'm not sure. I wouldn't mind seeing, some of the legends like Michelle McCool or Victoria or Layla, like you guys had on not too long ago.
She was very tight-lipped last week. She wouldn't tell me yes or no either way.
Yeah, I asked her specifically. I think that was the first question I asked her when we did the interview about a week or two ago, and she wouldn't. She didn't give me anything.
Yeah, we had her on. She was on last week too, and Matt just was. He kept like saying, "He's like, listen, I need to know because I want to tell everyone I know someone who's in the Royal Rumble." Like, I just want. She's like
somebody put a post up on Twitter about Michelle McCool coming, and she even responded to it, and she said, "I wish." So and she may have been playing that up, but to go out of your way just to say, "I wish I was coming."
I mean, hell, last year Michelle McCool came out of the audience with her street clothes on and her Ugg boots.
I'm down to see. I can't wait to see Lay Cool get back together. But I'm down to see some Michelle McCool.
I'd like to see Mickey James.
Yeah.
The
one I think is going to come out, and I know everyone's going to say no, and everyone's been going back and forth. It's got to happen. Just a one-off. It's got to be AJ Lee. Please, someone tell me they got her to go into that ring, please. No, not coming back to the company.
So much other stuff though.
I know, but not coming back to WWE.
Yeah.
Not doing that. Just that one for the music to hit. That music hits, the roof goes off. It's gonna go. They're gonna go nuts. Just a one-off. I'm not saying she goes back.
You think they get Nikki in time? You think she's made? Do you think they've made that deal, Bella?
They're working with Nikki Bella, so I don't know.
I think they kind of do one of these where you roll her out there. What's the reaction? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go. Crowd goes meh. Okay, let's see what we can do. I don't know. Kind of maybe it's a throw her out there and see what happens kind of thing. See how she does in the ring.
She was out there at the Netflix and got a pop. She was on either the first or second.
Well,
They've already thrown her out there, so they've been in talks apparently. I just don't know if they've gotten a deal done in time.
I don't know.
I seem to think her neck might be too fragile at this point because I know that's why she had originally stepped away because of her neck, her neck injury. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it can always work for a pop.
I think the women's out of the two, the men's is already star-studded, stacked just in the main roster alone. I think the women's is going to be more so kind of where we see a little more of the NXT TNA talent kind of pop up as far as crossing the line and coming over to WWE. I think Stephanie Vakura makes an appearance.
As hot as she is down there, there's no way they don't let her.
Julia. Let's go. Like all these women, it's just run them out there, dude. I'm good for it. It's obviously Roxanne Perez has got to make an appearance or do some way be an entrant or come in and do something to Bailey with the program they're running.
Do you think
she's on her way to Raw afterward?
Do you think we see Masha Slamovich or Ash by Elegance from TNA? Especially since Ash by Elegance is Dana Brooke. So
I'm here for Slamovich. I don't know if Ash and Heather come by. I don't know.
Slamovich, I would imagine, just because the TNA Women's Champion that they've had a few times.
Yeah.
Since Jordan Grace has been there a couple times, I could see her making the appearance just to keep that kind of tradition going. So yeah, I could see that. And other than
good,
go ahead. No, you're good.
No, I was just gonna say maybe Cora Jade, but I feel like Cora Jade has already kind of crossed the line, and now she's TNA a little bit, which is awesome. I think she's gonna do great in TNA for the time being. With doing what they're doing over there. I had someone.
I'd like to see Sol Ruka just to see what she would do in a Rumble with some of her gymnastics background. I think that would be really cool.
She's awesome. I love watching her in the ring on NXT, man. She's amazing. Her finisher is disgusting. Disgusting. With the other talent can sell it the right way. Yeah. Oh my god! Like, obviously, Charlotte Flair. We don't need to talk about that. That's obviously she already announced.
I wouldn't mind seeing Zarya.
Yeah,
I think Zarya's got some health issues going because I've seen her post a few things where one of the reasons she hasn't been wrestling. So I think there's a reason, maybe medically, why she's kind of been on the sidelines with her and Soul. So I don't know. I would like to see her in there just to have another powerhouse. I'd like to see her and Jordan Grace square off.
Oh yeah,
in the middle of a ring, just start throwing people out. I think that'd be really cool. But I don't know if she's and again, that's just me speculating on just posts I've seen. I hadn't seen anything. I'm not Dave Meltzer. I don't have inside sources and all that. But that's just kind of what I deduced just by looking at it there.
Just spitball it. One of them's got to hit.
Yeah.
If we're going legends and we're talking TNA talent and we're talking TNA deals, could we see Gail Kim?
That's one I was thinking too. I'd like
Gail Kim, you know what I mean?
It'd be nice.
And then the one other one I have as far as nostalgia Hall of Famer, Natalya, making some kind of entrance. If she'll
probably be in there.
If she's still signed, I think she is. I don't know.
Yeah, last time I heard she was. I hadn't heard her.
I hadn't heard her
contract being up.
Yeah. So All right, cool. So that's what we all think. Now, we'll go on the room. I'm going to start as far as winners. I think the women's is a lot easier than the men's. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're all of the same mind. We're all going to say the same person. I don't know. But as far as how this is all working out and kind of looking at how the hierarchy is working on both shows, I think it's a no-brainer. It's Charlotte Flair is going to win the Royal Rumble because look at the two winners that are in front of her going into Mania. You can run it back with Rhea on Raw. We can have that match run back, or we can have a Charlotte Tiffany match, which I think will be phenomenal. That's just my thoughts. I know there's a lot of it okay that could win. I'm sure there's a lot of other sexy picks, but I just feel like her coming back. And again, maybe she does it because they don't want to shove her down our throats. It's all great. Charlotte won another Rumble. Great. But I don't think this is the same Charlotte we're going to get. That's going to come out down that ring. We're going to get in the ring and on promos. I don't think it's going to be the same Charlotte we've gotten before. I really don't. I don't think it's going to be the princess. Hear my last name shit. I think it's going to be some more gritty. I'm here to earn it. Like I think it's a different side of Charlotte Flair, a more kind of grittier, edgier kind of Charlotte. I think we're going to get this time around. But that's my pick. Vinny.
I'm gonna go with a dark horse. Nothing's been confirmed whether or not she's gonna be in it or not, but I'm going Becky Lynch.
What name none of us mentioned either. No one mentioned Becky. Come on, how did I mention Becky?
I think Becky comes back on Saturday, and I think she wins the Rumble.
Okay.
And goes on and does a rematch Becky and Rhea from last year.
Ooh, that would be good. Becky Tiffany could be good too.
Becky Tiffany could be good.
Yeah. All right. I'm writing these down, so we'll keep receipts. All right, I got Becky. All right. Go ahead, Mike.
Man, you said this one was easier to pick. I don't know, man. I don't think it'll be Charlotte. And only because I think the winner will go after Rhea because they're building Rhea up to be the bigger of the two champions. So I think in order for someone to prove themselves, I think they're going to pick Rhea. And I think we are doing Charlotte and Tiffany at WrestleMania. So I think maybe Charlotte maybe wins the Elimination Chamber and goes after Tiffany on SmackDown. So I don't think she wins the Rumble there. And so it comes down to who I think should face Rhea at WrestleMania. Becky's a good shout because, I mean, she's always a draw. But I'm going to say Bianca. I know there's the whole thing with Jade.
Okay.
I know all that. I've heard the Jade Bianca rumors. You know, they want WrestleMania, but I don't know. I think Bianca wins, picks Rhea, and we get it Bianca and Rhea at WrestleMania.
Hey, hold on a second. Did you?
Oh hell!
I see Mike's getting practice in before Thursday.
How the hell? Yo, you sent him this link?
I'm the
I didn't
king.
send him this link.
I'm the king. I am the king here. How do you know?
You can't wait till Thursday? What are you doing?
Listen here. You and your take sound like a 1995 AOL connection. All right, just straight up. You got mail in 20 minutes. Yeah. All right, Big Mike, keep practicing, man. I know you're going for Emperor. It's gonna take a lot more. All right, and Vinny, dude, you're a great guy. That Becky Lynch take, love it.
Show.
I'm the king. I know how to do stuff.
You know, you walk around with a little backwards hat. I see a little picture in the background. You talk about being a king. That Phoenix is the king.
That's me. We the king right here. What's up? Yeah, I'll see you Thursday.
You go to Burger King and put one on down there. Maybe that's the only time you're a king, baby. I don't know about that.
Hey, listen, I've done that every Wednesday for the last year. All right.
That's funny.
No, I'm playing.
All I've got to say is we're going to find out if you're a Phoenix or not because you're going to have to rise from the ashes when I burn your kingdom to the ground on Thursday and I take it at the Rumble.
And after he's done burning it, I'm going to piss on the ashes. That's what.
Hold on. Who's the longest AEW king? This guy. Who's the longest WWE king? This guy. Listen, there's a reason why I hold on to these things and I don't have to win them multiple times. All right? It's because I get it right.
So are you the AEW king now?
Hey, listen. It's because of that
I'm sorry. I'm asking a question. Are you the AEW king now?
when you're
Hey.
a big fish in a little pond, you can be the man all you want. But you want to come play with the big boys and come out that little porch and keep working all you want. And come out and play with us.
Easy there, John.
ain't
Let's
no
not
fun.
talk about big boys when you're coming into our house.
Boom, my
Yeah, that's
kingdom.
true. Yeah, but I respectfully talk to you about going into your house. This
You
guy,
do.
this guy.
I came right into his.
Okay.
I'll see you guys Thursday.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, we'll see you Thursday.
What the fuck is going on?
Well, that was exciting.
Oh,
I don't know how that happened. I mean, this is your stream, bro. I didn't give him. I
literally
don't
went
have a
up to look at
password
the
to this.
comments, and I'm like, what?
Welcome to my life on Thursdays. He's just always there.
Your boy's going down. For those of you that are kind of thrown off here, Big Mike and Sped have on the run in. They have a big rumble. We have a big draft going on. I'm involved. A couple other folks, and Sped has put up his SoCloud BK crown apparently. So whoever can beat him and pick the winners. I don't know. Dude, what the? I just got hijacked. Okay.
Because as annoying as it is for me too, in the run-in, we're nothing if not crafty. I don't know how the hell he got in here. I mean, he is kind of small. Maybe he slipped through a crack somewhere.
I'm like, Mike, come on,
you
man.
need to step your security up.
Sabotaging you, dude. Like, come on, man.
You need to step your security up. I don't have the password for this. It's your stream. I'm a guest.
Cage on a Chelsea game. I think I need a bigger security detail. Jesus.
Goodness.
All right. Anyway, back to regularly scheduled program. Great. So, all right.
Anyway, I think Bianca's going to win the Rumble. So I think that's where we left off before we were interrupted. Bianca and Rhea at Mania. I don't know that Jade's ready to come back. I don't know. I don't want to see a Jade match at WrestleMania based on the way she wrestled. And look, she's learning. That's great. She got better. She is not ready for a WrestleMania match. She's just not.
Yeah, that's
especially being off for months. She's unless she's been in a ring the entire time she's been going, which I don't think she has been. Yeah. She's not ready for a WrestleMania match. So give me Bianca, give me Rhea, let them go at it, and maybe Jade comes back after Bianca loses the Monday after WrestleMania, and that's where they start their program for a SummerSlam match. I'd be perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, I don't see Jade being WrestleMania ready. I like you said, unless she's been in the PC in a ring, based on reports, she's not able to memorize or remember a lot of the spots, and she's not a veteran enough to call spots or whatever. But I mean, we could be wrong, and she could have been working this whole time. Problem is that the guys at the PC have to do so much for Jade unlearning what she did in AEW because they never taught her anything. They gave her a Goldberg streak, and she's even worse than Goldberg. I'm sorry, she's worse than Goldberg. And there's not many people out there that are worse than Goldberg, at least during his WCW run.
I don't know that I'd go that far. I mean, she's good at what she does. I don't know. I'm not going to say that. I mean, she obviously needs to get better before she's thrust into a WrestleMania match. That's the only thing I would look at it.
Her and Bianca would be such a highlight. Like that's like not main eventing, but that's close to the top of the card on one or two. Like that's a big match. So yeah, I agree.
Awesome. Which I agree. Stampede in the comments. What's up, Stampede? Listener of ours. I wouldn't mind seeing if they want Jade on WrestleMania, let it be Jade Naomi.
Oh yeah,
let that be kind of the first step. Because like I said last night, I actually think it ends up being Naomi and Bianca that attack Jade. So let her come back after Naomi, eliminate Naomi from the Rumble, and just if they want to have a WrestleMania match, they can have it on the undercard, night one, whatever. Let them go at it and have a good match and let that be a stepping stone to get to Bianca down the line.
Yeah. I like that.
But shout out to Stampede. He listens to our show every week. He knows a ton about wrestling. If you don't know who Stampede is, follow him. It's at David Rober on Twitter. Dude watches wrestling 100 times more than I do. He watches every promotion. I mean, big ups to Stampede. What's up, brother?
Awesome. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate that. Awesome. So after the women's, we have the men's. Such a stacked card this year. It's wild. This is probably the biggest ever that I can remember in my history. I feel like I'm playing 2K with everyone that's in this game, that's in this match this year. So I'll go in reverse order. We start with Mike. Oh, no, start with Vinny. I'll start with Mike now. Not going over winners, just who we think. Obviously, we know Logan Paul. We know some of the people have already declared. Who are some folks that you think or you'd like to see pop out into the Rumble as a either return or an appearance?
I mean, we've had a history of having TNA champions in Rumbles. Could you imagine the pop in Indianapolis if that music hits? I mean, and obviously he's not going to do a ton. I don't think they're going to let him do a lot, nor should he. But man, just the pop to have him come out, I think would be hilarious.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm sure I'll say his name, Joe Hendry. Maybe he'll show up. Maybe he'll do it. Maybe he'll pull a sped and just show up on the stream. Who knows at this point?
You imagine? Yeah. Hey guys, look.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
Yeah, I'd love to see him there.
Yeah,
awesome.
I'd like to see Moose. I'd like to see what Moose does from TNA as well.
Yep,
get him in there, powerhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Moose would be amazing with some of the people on the roster, Raw or SmackDown or NXT. Because I know they're starting just in NXT, but man, he would be awesome in that ring, man.
And so my main one outside of TNA, and I don't want to see a lot of legends. I really don't. I mean, you're already getting John Cena, who's a big legend. I don't want to see a lot of former wrestlers just come in as a one-off. I don't want to see The Rock. I don't want nothing like that.
Number 31.
Yeah, that would be perfect. I want to see Matt Cardona.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I would love it for like Zack Ryder's music to start hitting. You hear the and it cuts. That hard record scratch, and then Cardona's music hits, and let him come out and be Matt Cardona, Indie God. He's already been on every other show. And somebody made that stat the other day. If he's on the Royal Rumble, if he's on a WWE show, he has been on every major promotion in the US over the past 30 days, because he was on AEW. He's been on.
He retweeted.
I mean, he's 10-A. Yeah, exactly.
Wow,
that would be a really cool stat. And I want to see him back in the ring. I want to see him back in the WWE ring.
Oh yeah, I agree.
He did an interview with Chris Van Fleet 2 weeks ago. Good friend of the show, Chris Van Fleet. And he was saying he was like, well, "What do you feel? How do you feel about WWE?" And he's like, "I belong there. That's my home. That's where I'm from. I need to be there. That's where I need to be." And I'm like, man, let's go. Like Cardona, that's one of the big ones on my list. Cardona.
But he did say Zack Ryder's dead, so we're never getting Zack Ryder back.
No, absolutely not. No. It's got to be Matt Cardona. It's one of those ones where like when they flew to Cody's house and they put the check across and they were like, "Well, what do you want? We want you to be you. It's not broken. Don't fix it." It's literally Paul Levesque being, just come as you. That's all we want. We should Matt Cardona. That's all we want.
Yeah.
Just do that. But I agree. Those
and again,
awesome.
Stampede in the comments shout Omos left Noah. He made his official.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was going to
leave Noah, so I would expect him to show up.
Oh, man, I really hope they do Omos good this time, man. Oh, man,
I hope so too. Yeah,
I don't know. He could be so good in that ring, man.
He could be so good, and he's so down to earth. If you listen to his interview with The Undertaker on 6 Feet Under, he's a down to earth dude. He knows his stuff. You know, he's been working with The Undertaker in terms of how to work as a big man. So and you can't learn, from anybody better than The Undertaker. But yeah, I hope they do good with Omos. The biggest problem and it's kind of like a tangent from what we're talking about, guys like Omos or Braun Strowman, or they are attractions, because that's what happened with the Big Show. The Big Show should have been an attraction, but in today's day and age, where you have 10 hours of weekly television for any company, it's hard to have an attraction, because it's like break glass in case of an emergency, but they're coming in for 3 matches. You know what I mean? It's so hard unless the promoters, the bookers can work together and be like, hey, I'll take Omos for 3 months and kind of do what they did with Andre back in the day. Have Omos be in the WWE for 3 months. Then you know what? You send him over to TNA. Tony, you could have him for 3 months and have him tower over the rest of the midgets in Lilliput. But I'm sorry, the little people in Lilliput. Let me be PC. And then TNA for a few months, and so to speak, so that you can actually have an attraction. Same thing with Braun Strowman. I don't want to see something where it's Omos and Braun Strowman because we've done that before.
No.
I wouldn't mind Omos and Bronson Reed. That actually might be kind of interesting. When Bronson,
I wouldn't mind Omos and Jacob Fatu.
Oh yeah,
Jacob
Omos
Fatu
and
go crazy.
Jacob Fatu.
That man has arrived. Oh man. I'm here for some Jacob Fatu. I love how everyone's getting so amped about him right now. I'm like, you guys have been missing the boat for years. You need to go watch his stuff. You guys have been all missing out if you haven't been watching him. Like everyone's, oh my God, he's something. Like, we know. Everybody knows how great he was when he got signed. They're like, yes.
I'm sorry, Mike. Are you done with your predictions?
Yeah, no, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
I kind of hijacked.
I've said enough. No, you're fine. I was a little long-winded anyway. I people kept popping up, and I just kept going on. So yeah, please take over and shut me up.
I will say I do feel like Brock Lesnar's coming back this Saturday.
You and Brock Lesnar, bro. Vinny's here for it, man.
I am.
We did Money in the Bank predictions, and Vinny was like, I'm telling you, Brock Lesnar, bro. Hey, you got to stand by it, man. Eventually, I'm telling you.
Eventually, he'll be back.
That's on the litigation, I guess.
Well, yeah, and honestly, I know that they didn't want to touch him for a while. I think maybe the heat might be off, but I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing maybe the Hardys come in and be in the Rumble, and then who knows, maybe some other people. But this Royal Rumble is stacked as is, and they have such a stacked roster at the top that it's hard to even say who may come in, because like Mike said, you don't need the legends because they're, the roster itself is so strong that you don't need to have, a guy like, a Batista come in or The Rock come in or, anybody else. Legend status, you've got Cena, you've got Punk, you've got, then you've got the younger guys, you got Logan Paul, you've got Roman Reigns. So you do have it. Who knows? Maybe Kevin Owens wins the title, and then Sami Zayn comes in the Rumble and wins the Rumble. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
it's weird.
No matter what.
It's a weird time right now. I mean, it's one of those things where I think that's why it's so unpredictable. And that's what it's awesome. Like I'm sure there's the top three we kind of know are going to win, but it's always like, yeah, but there's this other guy though. If he won it though, it makes sense if that happened. Like that's when it's good. That's when you're like, there's so many roads and avenues. Mm-hmm. Names wise, I won't go too long. You mentioned Cardona. I know no one's going to hear this. No one's going to want to waste a number on him. I think Goldberg makes an appearance. I think he's coming up on doing something this year. Listen. I'm just saying. He's already talked about. They've already agreed. Him and I think what better time to do it now? Maybe he gets his one off at Mania. Whoever throws him over, whatever shtick they're gonna do, I don't know, but I think it hits, man. I think you hear his music. I'm not. Do you see me excited about it? No, but I think this is where you do it, and everyone goes, "Oh shit, what Goldberg?" And then maybe Mania, just do it, get it over with, and then here's your last match. Go. Randy Orton. I think if he doesn't interfere in the match, or even if he does for that matter, because in the past you could have matches and still be in the Rumble, so it didn't matter. Orton, I think it's involved. If we're going down the ladder a little bit, like NXT, I think Ilya is ready to go. I think he's cleared now. He's at the PC Wrestling, so Dragunov could be an option. AJ Styles could make an appearance. I think he's cleared from the injury he had. And the only other two from TNA, I think that would make sense that people would want to see. That would be awesome. Josh Alexander, only because of the angle he's running right now about quitting TNA.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the Rumble,
Yeah.
man. And of course, Nick Nemeth. He pops out. I think WWE fans would be popped to see the old Dolph Ziggler. I think that'd be cool to see him. But
I wouldn't mind seeing Oba Femi come in and go to the Rumble.
Oba, oh,
Don't get me started on Oba.
dude, yo, that's my
Don't get me started on
boy.
that one.
He is
Yo,
one of my
let's
favorites.
I realize I said Kevin Owens is my favorite current wrestler. Oba is my next favorite wrestler.
Dude, Oba, if there's
Um,
one, he's my 1A, bro. Like that's
Yeah. That-
Yo.
If
See,
Oba's
him-
not in this Royal, he should win next year's Royal Rumble regardless of what he's doing.
Mhm.
I mean,
agree.
whether he's in this one or not. I mean, I wouldn't mind him not being in this one since he's got the NXT Championship. But
Seeing
no,
him live in person, dude, that man is a beast.
dude, he's huge. He's
Yeah.
huge. And he's so good. Like talk about like he's the first NIL athlete to win a title, right? To come
I
out
think
and win.
so, yeah.
Yeah, because
where did he
he's in the
come from?
breakout tournament.
Where was he at before WWE?
Oh, shit, what was he
I-
doing? He
I
wasn't doing
can't-
football. He was
I
doing
can't-
something else.
No, he was a
Yeah.
shot put.
I can't put my
Shot put.
name. Yeah, I can't put my finger on where he came from before he was in WWE. It's. I mean, it's in my
It's like
head. I don't know.
right on the tip
Oh,
of your
that's
brain.
right. He was built by Bama. Roll Tide. Yeah, he threw shot put at Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love me some Owen, man.
I'm not saying that influences why he's one of my favorites, but it may help.
If you've watched ever since the breakout tournament, like that, his aura, and talk about like organically, like the fans were like that,
Yeah.
dude. I'm telling you, he's so good. Oh,
Did Oba and Braun Breaker come face to face in NXT?
once,
I don't know.
I don't
Once.
think so.
non-title, but I don't even. I
Because
don't think no. I don't know. You know what? I don't think they pulled the trigger on that. I don't think
Yeah.
Braun never went for the North American Championship.
I could
So, no.
I could see some great stare
I
down between Oba and
In the
Braun,
back, I think it was one of those.
Oba and Jacob
Super-
Fatu.
Oh,
Oh,
That-
stop it! Stop doing this, man. This is like 2 years out.
yeah. I may go full Big E and start talking about big men slapping mini me.
Meaty men slapping me.
No.
I mean,
But to
and
say
I
all that,
realize
before
now
we
I
give-
should have never said that on air. That's awesome.
someone's gonna catch that. They're gonna catch it.
Luckily, I'm the one that edits a lot of these videos for shorts and stuff, so I think I'm okay with it.
Oh.
But I will tell you, so one stare down that nobody's thought of, and it's a personal dream of mine, and I know nobody else may want to see it. I would love to see a stare down in this Royal Rumble of R-Truth and Santino Marella.
Yeah.
That may be the funniest segment in Royal Rumble history. They don't have to be in the Rumble long. I want to see them
What's
face
your
off and
plan,
do
man?
something stupid together. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Aren't you grab a mic?
And look, we haven't talked about any comedy in the. You got to have a little comedy in a Royal Rumble somewhere. It
Somewhere.
can't be
I
all
know,
just
yeah, I
pound and
agree.
pound and pound. And even if those are the only two comedy spots in the match, that is peak comedy in WWE right there.
Did you guys see the
I need
the
that.
interview with our truth with Chris Van Fleet talking about like the spot with the ladder and how like all that dude? That interview was awesome to watch, man. Our truth is a legend. That man should be protected at all
Yeah.
costs, man.
Oh yeah.
I love that man. But before we give our predictions on the men's rumble, but this is exactly what we were talking about, right? We talk about every week, all the times we do this. Like the future is so in hand, like so good with all this talent that WWE has amassed, whether it be in the, now we got NXT Evolve coming out, which I think is going to be the true breeding ground for the talent, and NXT, like I talked about last year, is going to be a true third brand. And now the TNA partnership. I just think there's so many matchups we look at and go, whoa, like shut up and take my money. Like that is going to be awesome. Like I'm so excited. It's so good. Oh, can't wait. All right. Winners of the men's rumble. You guys went first for the no, I went first for women. So I apologize. I will give it up to Mike to start and I'll go last. So Mike, who do you think walks away with a shot at some gold at WrestleMania?
You asked. I didn't want to go first.
We
Because I
have
have no idea.
Vinny, go first. Vinny, go first.
Yeah.
Let's just pass it up to Vinny.
What do they do like in a town hall meeting? I decline my time for the
I decline my
great
time, yeah.
man of Vinny. Yeah. So yeah, just come back to me. I don't have a freaking clue,
Gotcha.
man.
Okay.
It's
All right, I
definitely
got it.
tough because this Rumble is one of the Rumbles in the most recent future that you cannot predict. I think that I got to give it to Punk. I have to give it to CM Punk. I
All
think Punk comes out and wins, and we set up Punk and Cody at Mania if that's gonna be it. I wouldn't mind seeing somebody completely out of the ordinary winning it. Logan Paul, perhaps. I don't know if Logan's there yet. I mean, he's definitely athletic. I just don't think he's
Not
at
there
that
yet.
level.
No way.
I would,
Backlash.
although I really would not mind seeing Sami Zayn win the Rumble, if we end up seeing Kevin win the ladder match. So I'm going to be like Bobby Heenan and be like, those are my two picks. Either CM Punk or Sami Zayn.
Okay.
And it'll change if they get eliminated.
Who's your number one though? Who's the one pick out of the two? Just so I can write
The
this
one
down.
pick out of the two has to be CM Punk.
CM Punk. Okay. All right. Mike, do you want to go next?
All right. Yeah, no, I'll go. So since I still have no clue who I think is going to win, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unleash this weird ass brain and I'm going to fantasy book the shit out of this. And I'm going to say Roman Reigns wins. And what he does is he goes and he wants to go after Cody. But there again, you have this favor that CM Punk is owed from Paul Heyman, and CM Punk uses that to make it a triple threat between Roman, Cody, and Punk at WrestleMania.
That would be good to watch.
Yep.
And that's it. That's all.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay, because that's exactly my pick. So that's great. But in my world, there's no triple threat. It's just a matter of Punk just kind of just takes it from him. Punk takes it from him, and that's it. It's just good. Punk goes against the shot.
I don't think they want to do that after the angle they did last year. I don't think they just want to take the shot, especially after the backlash with Cody.
Did you guys see on last night? We talked about how on the pre-show they're going to show the interview, the intimate, exclusive interview with CM Punk, about talking about this favor. And the one clip, of course, that they play is Punk saying, "I don't know why everyone thinks it means it's someone close to Paul. But we'll see what happens." So now it's like, shit. Now it's not Roman. Maybe it's not Roman Reigns. Like that's why I was like, maybe it's not the call. But you know how they do; they swerve all the time. But they don't.
And that's the only reason I don't think Punk wins, because there's no reason for Punk to use the favor at this point if he wins the Royal Rumble, because he doesn't need it at that point. The only thing Punk wants that he doesn't have is a WrestleMania main event. And if you're not using that favor to get the WrestleMania main event, then why even have it there in the first place?
Yeah.
And how many more people get thrown in his face that they've been in Mania and he in a main event he hasn't? It happens. Like at least 4 people already. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the Miz to throw his out there, and that'd be the straw that broke the camel. And like, he really the Miz.
The Miz, this guy. I'll cash into my thing. I'm out. Awesome. I think it's going to be good, man. Regardless of who wins and who comes on top, man, it's good. I think there's going to be some awesome returns. We're not even thinking of or talking about either way for the men's and the women's. My only hope, what do you guys do on the run? My final thought, my last with Sped. Is this
Sped's final thought, or Big Mike's final thought? Yeah.
I just hope it's a finality to the Undisputed Championship program. That's all I want. I don't want it to be one or the other grabs, just end it. And then we can go a different direction. Kevin can cry, and then he gets put somewhere else. I just want there to be a finality to that. I think that's run its course. It's been 4 months now? 4 months of those two going. I'm just let's move on to WrestleMania. Let's move on. Let's have Kevin do something else and revisit it down the road. That's my only thought. Yeah. Any parting words for everybody before we go down where everyone can find you guys? No.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Always ready. Speaking of that, we're gonna wrap up just in time to go watch NXT. I'm pumped.
Exactly.
Predictions on the women's tag team match tonight. Predictions real quick in NXT. Going around, Vinny.
I I hope that Bianca and Naomi lose.
Just gotta do the
Yeah.
yeah. No, that's my pick. Like you said, we talked about it last night too. So it's just I think around the board we need to see them lose those belts and kind of whatever happens at the Rumble happens at the Rumble, and obviously that makes sense. So there's not belts involved in it because I hate when they do that when the team's kind of broken up and they're champs. It's like, come on, what are we doing?
They just did that. I mean, that was the whole thing. You know, Jade was hurt, so technically Bianca should have had to forfeit the titles.
But luckily, Naomi was right there.
Yeah, yeah.
How convenient.
I know, right?
And I agree with what I agree with the last comment by Stampede. Not only should the guns and DIY get 35 minutes, the ladder match should get 30 minutes. I mean, since we've only got 4 matches, neither one of the title matches should go under 20 to 30 minutes. Oh yeah, they should be long, drawn out matches. Yeah, yeah.
That's exactly what I was saying. I think this is why Paul's like, we gotta let this shit breathe. Like the Rumble, like if you time it, it's really not the exact amount. Like they're like, do it, let it ride. Jack and Coke, do it. Also, I see Stampede over here talking about Izzy Moreno as well, the 2024 Rookie of the Year. I actually just spoke with her 2 days ago. We're looking to have her on ChairShot Sports, so we're looking to have her for an interview with all of us too. So hopefully we're able to get that. She's amazing, amazing. She's actually be at the big event in Long Island this upcoming March, so I'm hoping to meet her. So that'd be cool. Awesome. All right, guys. Awesome. Well, again, you just saw a repeat of last night. So I know Vinny has some stuff to do. Mike has stuff to do. I gotta go watch NXT. So Vinny, for those of you that don't know, who don't usually see you, where can we find you on the socials?
On Twitch, you can hit me up at Vinny Suds or at Suds Media. On Facebook, I'm also Vinny Suds. Blue Sky is Suds Media. YouTube is Suds-Media. But for anything from me, including my blogs that I've started doing about wrestling, because I haven't been able to come on a lot of these shows, but I have been putting up blogs. Suds-media.com is where you can find all of that stuff from me, and the blogs come out weekly-ish. So
awesome stuff. Mike, where can we find you?
You see the name there at _Big Mike 27 on pretty much all social media. I think if you look up MySpace, I may have a MySpace page at _Big Mike 27. Who knows? But yeah, you can find me there. And don't forget, Thursday, 8 Central, the Run-In Royal Rumble Fantasy Draft. You will see me. You will see that guy with his finger up in the air, thinks he's going to win. He thinks he's going to come into my house and Sped, the annoying guy you saw earlier, and take our Run-In crown and just take it away from us. But come on, bro.
One thing
I would let you in here if I had no. There's no reason I would let you in if I thought you had a chance of taking it. I'm taking home the crown. I'm going to win the Royal Rumble Fantasy Draft and bring the crown back to me from the Run-In Wrestling Podcast Thursday night, 8:00. Check out. We've got Mike and Tori from the Kicking Out of 2 podcast. We've got Mike from Cinco Squad. You've got John Anthony. You've got Sped and me. Going to be a fun time. You'll see a lot of the people in the comments that you saw tonight there as well. Stampede, Lady Alpha, Nate. Thank you guys for joining us. I know they're all part of our show and always in the comments there as well. So I appreciate you guys. But yeah, just check us out. And we're on our way to 200 subscribers by WrestleMania. So make sure you like and subscribe at _Big Mike 27 or the Run-In Wrestling Podcast. Okay, I'm done.
One thing I do want to promote before I go. In April, this is more Suds based. So if you are a soap opera fan, my main show, Suds News, is all about General Hospital. In April, my co-host and I are going to meet Laura Wright, Charles Measure, and Finola Hughes from General Hospital. We're going to be presenting Laura Wright with a Lifetime Achievement Championship belt. If you are interested in donating to help offset the cost, you could donate to Suds Media at buymeacoffee.com/Suds Media. Whatever, and if you do donate, your name will go on the card that we give to Laura Wright as well while we're there. So she'll see the fan base to help to donate to the cause. So again, that's buymeacoffee.com/Suds Media to donate to help offset the cost of a Lifetime Achievement Championship belt that we're going to present to Laura Wright in April.
That is awesome. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. I like that. All right. Okay. So to back up what Mike just said, make sure you catch Thursday on the Run In podcast. Myself, him, Sped, everyone from Kicking Out at 2. Mike, what is it from the Ocho?
From the Cinco Squad.
Cinco Squad. I apologize. Sorry. I'm thinking Jericho in my brain. I'm sorry. From the Cinco Squad. Tune in, watch me draft and make all the picks and take the crown from Sped. Unfortunately, take it from their kingdom and can be sitting right here on this desk every week when we watch all our shows. Other than that, when you want to see the crown moving forward after next week, you can catch me at all media at ChairShot Sports on YouTube, on X, Facebook, Twitch, and on Instagram. You can catch me with co-hosts with these two gents, also with Jesse B, who's off this week on a vacation. You can catch me weekly on Wednesdays as our co-host on the Lowdown. Like I said, you can catch Mike and Sped on Thursday nights on the Run-In. You can catch Vinny on Mondays with Suds News as well. Just having a great time. Like I said, you see the banner at the bottom, guys. Do the thing. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, get a notification every time we're dropping news, interviews, shows, all that good stuff, which is pretty much every day. So awesome. Well, gents, it's been fun. It's been a great time. Mike, I'll see you Thursday. But for everybody else, for Vinny and myself, guys, it's been a blast. I'm excited for Saturday, and we will catch you guys on the flip side. Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night.